What's good, boxing fans all over the world? It's Full Counter Boxing coming at you with another video for the boxing heads and the boxing mind. Billy Joe Saunders looked like he's pulling out the Canelo fight because he wanted a 22 to 24 foot ring, and he says that the ring is too small built to take away his legs. They got an 18-footer, and they're saying that this is a control mechanism to cut the ring off, so Billy Joe Saunders can have the ring cut off on him by Canelo, so he have an advantage. So Billy Joe father said he can't let that happen. He says too many things that are going on behind the scenes with the hand wraps of Canelo, and he did an interview saying that, Canelo likes the juicy steaks, which is him kind of his little innuendo towards saying that Canelo is using steroids to improve his strength and enhancement of his performances. And he also went on to say that Canelo chooses the easy route with these opponents. He have them set up in case fights don't work out, like this John Guerrilla Rioter that might be coming in if the fight doesn't play out, if they don't get the ring size that they want. They are saying that they may walk on the fight. So right now, it's not for sure if Billy Joe Saunders will be walking out away from this fight, but I doubt that they will give him a 22-inch ring. So we'll just have to see if Canelo will be facing this John Guerrilla Rioter, which is a continuation of opponents that people don't want to see Canelo in the ring with. So even though Canelo said that the fight with Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez can happen, I don't think we're going to hold our breath on that one. We're not going to hold our breath because we've gotten accustomed to the business pattern of Canelo Alvarez. He don't seem to be interested in legacy. He's interested in making his salary and kind of kicking back on that. And if there's a path, an easy path to undisputed or some ranking in another weight class, maybe a journeyman catches the title, he'll jump up there and get that belt. But as far as any division that has, champions with a pulse, I don't think Canelo is gonna seek those guys out. Like he's not gonna fight Joe Smith or Arthur Beterbiev or anything like that. He's not gonna fight a Jamal Charlo or a David Benavidez. These are fights Canelo don't want. He wants the John Guerrilla Riders, and it's suspect even if he'll fight Caleb Plant, and who has the IBF super middleweight champion. It was very disappointing. I understand Billy Joe Saunders. He wants to be on a even playing field. And just in my opinion, he's probably Canelo past train his past sparring partners, and his past is catching up with all the the secret trades and tricks that maybe Canelo with. He's been listening and getting intel on how Canelo advances. Now, I'm saying this is all alleged. I'm not saying that it's true, but would I be surprised No, boxing is what boxing is. It is a very dirty sport. And Canelo has the marketing side down. But what he doesn't have is the resume of opponents. And we can argue on that, but we can see a rash of tomato cans and cabbage head fighters, that he's leaving in his wake. And, he's walking around with the vanity of knowing he's making millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars without having to take a risk. And who can really blame him for that? He's a smart businessman. But in my estimation, this is a travesty. It is a travesty on the sport because he is considered one of the best. But when one of the best don't want to fight the best, then you're just an exhibition fighter. You're just a side attraction like Jake Paul or somebody who's just hustling to make money. And right now, that's what boxing is turning into. Nobody wants to risk, fighting the best. They want it to be implied that they are the best and never have to prove it by fighting the best. And whoever pays for it, and whoever don't, well, fighters are already paid by the promotional company, so they don't have anything to prove to the fans. And that's why boxing is in the state it is today. So Billy Joe Saunders, we're going to see if he's still calling the fight off for the Cinco de Mayo weekend on May 8th. Canelo may be fighting this John Ryder guy. Whoever heard this John Gorilla Ryder guy? I don't think Canelo really cares if you tune in or not. He's still walking home with $20 million in his pocket. So, this is where we are. It's not about competition. It's not about grit and determination. It's about fake glory and fake, fake everything, So, just disappointed. So this is what I think about it. Boxing has got to turn around, and we got to not stop supporting, these fighters who's supposed to be the best, but they're not the best. Because to be great, you have to fight great fighters. And if you don't fight great fighters and you run from the dangerous competition, then you're nothing. So no matter how popular people you might be as a fighter, you can always see the greatness by daring to be great. So I say to Canelo, hey, congratulations on, making money and having a big business, but, you should really not go after the boxing belts. You should just have your own little exhibition bouts, to the side and stop calling yourself, a champion. Because at this point, it's laughable. That's just the way I see it. This is pool kind of boxing. Remember, law don't go around here, law dog. You may not like it, but I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. And I'm out.